Most people quit crochet in the first week, not because it's hard, but because they're taught it in the most confusing way possible. If you've ever picked up a hook, stared at yarn, and thought, why does everyone make this look so easy? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, it will finally click. Crochet looks simple when you watch someone else do it. Hands moving fast, yarn flowing, shapes appearing like magic. But the moment you try it yourself, everything feels awkward. Your hands don't listen, the yarn slips, the hook feels wrong, and suddenly you think maybe crochet just isn't for you. That feeling right there is exactly what we're going to fix today, step by step, slowly, and in a way that actually makes sense. Here's the truth nobody tells beginners. Crochet is not about speed, talent, or fancy tools. It's about understanding a few basic ideas and giving your hands time to learn them. If you can hold a spoon, if you can tie a simple knot, you can crochet. You're not late, you're not bad at it. You just haven't been shown the right way yet. Most beginners struggle because they jump straight into making something big, a blanket, a bag, a sweater, and that's like trying to run before you learn how to stand. Crochet is built on tiny movements, small loops, gentle tension, repeating the same action over and over until your hands remember it without you thinking. So let's slow this all the way down. Before you even start, you need to understand that crochet is basically pulling loops through loops. That's it. Every single thing you see, no matter how fancy it looks, is just loops holding hands with other loops. Once you understand that, crochet stops being scary and starts feeling kind of fun. Now let's talk about tools, because beginners often think they need everything. You don't. You need yarn and a hook. That's it. Not 10 hooks, not special scissors, just one hook and one yarn. Choose a hook that feels comfortable in your hand, not too tiny, not too heavy, and choose yarn that's smooth and not fuzzy. Fuzzy yarn hides mistakes, and when you're learning, you want to see everything clearly. When you hold the hook, don't grip it like you're angry at it. Relax your hand. You can hold it like a pencil or like a knife. There's no right or wrong here. What matters is that your hand doesn't hurt. If it hurts, loosen up. Crochet should feel calm, not stressful. Now comes the very first thing every beginner learns, and this is where many people already feel lost: the slip knot. It sounds serious, but it's just a starting loop. Think of it as opening the door before you walk into a room. You're not crocheting yet, you're just preparing. Make a loop with your yarn, pull another piece of yarn through that loop, gently tighten it around your hook. Not tight, not loose, just enough so it sits there comfortably. If it slides, that's okay. Crochet is flexible, it moves. That's normal. Once the slip knot is on your hook, you're ready to make your first chain. The chain is the backbone of most crochet projects. It's like laying the foundation before building a house. To make a chain, you take the yarn, wrap it over the hook, and pull it through the loop already on the hook. That's one chain. Do it again and again. Slowly. Don't rush. Watch how the loop forms. Watch how they stack with the others. Each chain should look like a small V. If they're too tight and you can't get your hook through them, loosen your grip. If they're too loose and messy, gently tighten. This part feels awkward at first, and that's normal. Your hands are learning a new language. Give them time. Now here's a big beginner problem that causes frustration fast: tension. That's just how tight or loose you hold the yarn. Too tight and everything feels stiff. Too loose and your work looks uneven. The goal isn't perfect tension. The goal is comfortable tension, something you can keep doing without your hands getting tired. If you notice your hands squeezing the yarn, pause, shake your hand out, take a breath. Crochet is supposed to be relaxing. If you're tense, the stitches will be tense too. Once you're comfortable making chains, you're ready for your first real stitch. This is where crochet starts to feel real. The basic stitch most beginners learn first is simple and strong, and it teaches you how stitches are built. You insert your hook into a chain, you wrap yarn over the hook, you pull it through, now you have 2 loops on your hook. Wrap yarn over again, pull through both loops, and just like that, you made a stitch. That's it. That movement right there is the heart of crochet. At first, you'll forget steps, you'll drop loops, you'll accidentally add stitches or lose them. This is not failure, this is learning. Even people who have crocheted for years still make mistakes. The difference is they don't panic when it happens. One of the most confusing things for beginners is counting stitches. It feels boring, but it saves you from a lot of frustration later. Each stitch has a top that looks like a small V. Those are what you count. Not the loops on your hook, not the spaces, the actual stitches. If your project starts getting wider or narrower when it's not supposed to, it usually means stitches were added or skipped. This is very common. Don't get angry at yourself, just gently pull back and try again. Here's something important that many beginners don't hear. You don't need to finish a project to be successful. Practice pieces matter, small squares matter, ugly stitches matter. Every stitch teaches your hands something. Now let's talk about turning your work because this part confuses people a lot. Crochet is usually worked in rows. When you reach the end of a row, you turn your work and go back the other way. Think of it like reading a page, then flipping it over and reading back. Before you start a new row, you usually make one or more chains to give height to the next row. This isn't extra decoration, it's just giving your hook space to work. If you skip this, your edges pull in and things get messy. Edges are another beginner struggle. They look uneven, wavy, or tight. This gets better with time. Focus on finding the first and last stitch of each row. Those are the ones people often miss. Take your time with edges, there's no rush. As you keep practicing, something interesting happens. Your hands start to move without you thinking about each step. That's the moment crochet stops feeling like work and starts feeling like rhythm. Stitch after stitch, loop after loop, it becomes calming. Now let's talk about mistakes because they will happen. You will pull out stitches, you will redo rows. This is not wasting time. This is part of crochet. Yarn is forgiving. If something looks wrong, you can gently pull it out and fix it. That's one of the beautiful things about crochet. It gives you second chances. Many beginners are scared to pull out their work. Don't be. Every time you redo a stitch, you understand it better. That's how confidence grows. Another thing beginners worry about is speed. You don't need to be fast. Speed comes naturally later. Right now, focus on control and comfort. Slow stitches are good stitches. Let's talk about reading patterns because this is where many beginners feel completely lost. Patterns are just instructions written in short form. At first, they look like a secret code, but once you learn a few common words, they make sense. Most patterns repeat the same actions again and again. They tell you where to put your hook, how many times to repeat something, and when to turn. You don't need to memorize everything. Read one line at a time. Do it slowly. If patterns feel overwhelming, that's okay. You can learn a lot just by practicing basic stitches and watching how they behave. Patterns will make more sense later. Now here's the key moment I want you to really hear. Crochet is not about perfection. It's about progress. Every uneven row,